Yeah, I think they got it up to 16 at the end of the third quarter. You guys, at least made it competitive. What'd you like about what you guys did in the fourth quarter there?
I like the energy we had, but if we want to win games, especially tough games like this, we can't have no slippage in any quarter like we had in the third. I can't have 4 turnovers like that. I have to get my turnovers down. Been having a lot of them lately.
Is your left leg okay?
Yes, sir. Just had, to my knowledge, yeah. Just had a little scare, so I went to the back, make sure it was straight, and when he said I was straight, I went back out there.
Is the soreness stuff in the right leg, did that pop up after the Indiana game, or is there something you've just been managing the whole season?
It just kind of popped up. Took precautionary measures, and that's dealt with. Just keep working on my body and just maintain.
Brandon Boston's been able to come in 4 straight games, double digits. What have you seen from him? What do you make of this game and his contributions?
I don't even know where to start with him. That's my dog. But what makes it so impressive what he's doing is the fact that, I can't say where he was at before. I know he was at the Clippers for a little bit, but if you look at this paper, he played 38 minutes. You go from playing under 15 or whatever it is, under 10, to you're playing 38, but you're contributing. So to see him out there, doing his thing, playing with confidence, and helping his team is great. And yeah, I'll be biased. Even when all the other guys return, I would like to see him stay on the roster.
And do you feel like that's a shared sentiment amongst the rest of the team as well?
You know what? I don't want to speak for nobody else, but if I had to take a guess, I'll say yeah.
And just speaking of another young player, Eve has been taking strides each and every game. Tonight he got off to a hot start. Honestly, had a little bit of a stretch there where he blocked Mobley's shot and then came down on offensive and put a move on it as well. Just how are you viewing his development?
I mean, game by game, you see different things, like a spark or something where you're like, okay, I see it. And he works hard, very coachable, very receptive to when you tell him things. And, I don't have a ceiling on him right now. So, I'm excited to see his growth with the team. I'm sure over time, his minutes will probably go from 18 to 25, 28, 30. I'm sure the coaches have a plan for that I trust. So, his growth and development has been great, over these games.
Before the game, you and Teresa Witherspoon seemed to share a moment before the game. Did you know she was going to be here tonight, and how was that engaging with her before the game?
I didn't know she was going to be here tonight. I had shot her a text message last week just kind of saying, big sis, I really need you. If you have time, I would like for you to pull up. I didn't know she was going to be here tonight, so, I don't just say big sister for the sake because it sounds good. Like, I really view her as my big sister. Moments when I was injured, out for that whole third year, and even in my fourth year when I had a lot of success before the hamstring, she was a key piece for that, mentally and on the court. I don't know what it is about her, but whenever I see her, like, she just reminds me, like just keep your spirits up, like, and that the game of basketball is, like, the best thing ever. So whenever I see her, like, can't help but smile. That's my big sister. I love her to death.
Just one more thing on VC. He brings a little bit of a different element in a big man that you've had in your career, that vertical lob threat. What's it been like managing the spacing with him on the court, but also just working with him on the time and, like, okay, he's gonna roll hard, or maybe he's hanging on the screen a little bit to allow you to get open, just things like that.
Yeah, it is different. I think the last time we really had somewhat of a lob threat would be with, Jackson Hayes and, Larry from time to time. But not like this. It goes back to what I said. He's super receptive. You just kind of spoon feed information like, hey, if I come off the screen like this, if your man's guarding you like this, maybe look to flip it. And as far as timing, there are times where I'll beat my man and, he's a kind of a step too far out where I have to throw a bounce pass instead of floating it up towards the rim. But like I said, he's super receptive, super coachable by all the coaches. I think those are things that quickly, not a long time, that you'll start seeing more lobs near the rim versus trying to throw a bounce pass.
And do you think like just keeping him involved on the offensive end opens things up for everyone else too?
Absolutely. There are times where he'll get a rebound and, sometimes, we'll emphasize like kick out for a three. But when you see his footwork and the energy it brings, do your thing, big fella. So like I said, in the win-loss column, it's not looking the way we want it to at the moment, but there's a lot of things to be positive about, and, it's a long season.
All right, thanks.
No problem. You guys have a great night.